Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, to One Super Scene, where we examine our favorite scenes from superhero media and why they're so super. Today's subject is the opening of Batman Beyond's first episode, Rebirth Part 1. At an airfield located on the outskirts of Gotham, the daughter of a socialite is being held hostage by a gang of kidnappers. But where there's evil in Gotham, the Batman is never too far behind. Indeed, the Dark Knight makes his appearance, but he looks a little different. This scene takes place years after Batman the Animated Series, and in his older years, Bruce Wayne has made some significant changes to the Batsuit. Gone is the cape and the grey and black color scheme, replaced with an almost purely black outfit. The only bits of color are the bright red logo on the chest and his white eyes. He looks less like a man in a costume and more like an entity made of darkness. But the overall look isn't the only difference. This suit is equipped with rocket boots and a pair of wings between the arms that allow Batman to steer. Even as an older man, Bruce is a capable fighter who makes short work of the thugs. But tonight, his age and physical condition catch up to him. In the midst of battle, he suffers a heart attack, leaving him at the mercy of a thug with a wrench. Desperate and with sorrow in his eyes, Batman grabs a nearby gun, points it at the assailant, and threatens to shoot. The tactic is effective and scares the thug off, but Bruce is left shaken by how he was reliant on a firearm, the weapon that took his parents in Crime Alley all those years ago. Ashamed, he hangs up the cowl and states,
"Never again."
Before the Batcave is plunged into darkness. So, why is this opening so good? For me, it comes down to two reasons. One, it crafts a completely believable and nuanced reason for why Bruce Wayne would give up his lifelong mission. There have been several stories where Batman ends, and the reasons tend to be the same. It's either he quits because of the death of another loved one, or he dies in a fight with a nemesis. But what makes Rebirth so special is how it subverts that. In Batman Beyond, Bruce Wayne doesn't quit because his girlfriend was blown up, nor does he go out in a blaze of glory against an arch foe. Instead, the reason is twofold. His body failed him in a crucial moment, and it forced him to break one of his core rules, and brought him eerily close to breaking his sacred rule. The look on his face as he pointed the gun at the crook tells us that in that moment, Batman considered shooting a man, possibly taking his life. And once that thought genuinely crossed his mind, Bruce felt he was no longer worthy of the mantle. Once he's outside the building, he takes off his mask and solemnly walks home in disgrace. The second reason the scene is so fantastic is that it perfectly sets up the entire show. After Bruce retires, he becomes a bitter, lonely old man with only his dog Ace to accompany him. He even abandons his company, which merges with Powers Technology to create Wayne Powers, run by the corrupt Derek Powers. This was also set up in the opening, as the kidnappers watched a news report.
Bruce Wayne has averted an attempted takeover of his company by Derek Powers of Powers Technology. Powers vowed that he is not through yet.
Bruce languishes alone in Wayne Manor until one Terry McGinnis arrives outside with the street gang the Jokers on his tail. Terry is a hard-headed teenager with a tendency to get into fights, but behind that aggression is someone with a heart of gold who doesn't tolerate bullies. In his introductory scene, he beats up a Joker harassing a woman on the subway. Bruce and Terry fend off the wannabe thugs before going inside. The relationship is extremely rocky at first. Bruce kicks Terry out after he accidentally discovers the Batcave. Later, he returns with evidence that Powers is using Wayne Powers to create a deadly nerve gas. Despite his outrage, Bruce merely instructs Terry to take the evidence to the police. After a fatal encounter with Powers, who takes said evidence, Terry breaks into the Batcave, steals the Batsuit, and goes after the crooked businessman on his own. During a fight with Powers' men, Bruce activates a failsafe that paralyzes the suit. Terry is helpless as the corporate thugs beat him, similar to how Bruce was rendered helpless against an opponent on his last night as Batman. For several seconds, he sits back and listens as Terry is beaten, but before he's killed, Bruce reactivates the suit, and together they sabotage Powers' attempts to sell the nerve gas. This not only marks the beginning of Terry's career as Batman, it's also the start of Bruce's reintegration with the world. Along with becoming the mentor for the new Batman, Bruce takes up a more active role in Wayne Powers, clashing with Derek Powers, and eventually reclaiming his company. In conclusion, within the span of 3 minutes, Rebirth doesn't just establish a multi-layered and believable reason for why Bruce would hang up the cape and cowl, it also showcases the event that defines the course of the entire show, the end of the original Batman. On to you, folks. What do you think of the scene, and what other superhero moments would you like me to cover? Leave your answers in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the show and want to see more, like, subscribe, share, and do all the other YouTube things, and tune in next time for whatever out of the hat discussion I have next.